Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Contraption. Now, what, pray tell, is the Contraption, you might be asking? Well, it is designed by Mike and Becky over at Ham Radio Duo, and it's literally a contraption. It's a thing for the QMX, the QDX, or the QCX. I suppose they would all fit in this. This is a QMX, and it's a 3D printed, I don't even know what the heck you call it, case that allows you to put the QMX in there. You got your Just OK Mini. You've got a battery pack down here. I've got my little portable speaker hanging down here, microphone. There's magnets on either side so you can mount your phone for logging. You can mount your CW paddle, whatever. Go like HF man portable. There's a stand for it. So if you want to just have it sitting on the, yeah, that works like that. Sitting on the table, you can do that. It's ridiculous. So I fell in love with this when I first saw it, but I had to make some modifications to make it work with my battery pack. So everything is available on hamradioduo.com. The STL, all the parts, everything you need, all the instructions. But let's hop over on the bench and I'll kind of talk about the modifications I made, and then we'll build it together. And yeah, let's get started. The Contraption is a device made by Mike and Becky at Ham Radio Duo. It's fully 3D printed, that allows you to use your QMX or QCX or QDX as like NHT, basically. So this slides in here, and then this slot is where you would put like one of these little battery banks, right? So you can slide this guy in here, but this is what caused me to go down the path of learning how to use Bambu Studio and make things different dimensions. So because Mike and Becky designed this for an ever so slightly different NEU battery charger, instead of paying another $20 for another charger, because the one they had like 2 USB-A's and 1 USB-C, I'm like, nay, I need all USB-Cs, and I already had this. So I'm like, what if we just embiggen this? So what I did, we're gonna show you, this incorporates the Just OK Mini antenna that I still need to install in here. So what I did, after lots and lots of prototyping, as you can see, I did a few things. So on the bottom of the original one is on the left. They've got the hole for the USB right in the center. Well, I wanted to off-center it, so this is kind of the first prototype where I moved the hole for it. I basically plugged that hole and moved it over, and that's what I ended up with. But then I was like, wait, why don't I just use the far right one? And that way, when the battery's inside, I'll have the USB-C lined up perfectly with the coaxial input for the QMX. So that's where I came to this revision, and I almost got it, but then I was also like, wait a minute, this has a percentage indicator, so what if I make a little window back here? Obviously I failed miserably at that, so we could see the battery. So then here's the second revision, but I wasn't happy with the alignment of that guy, so then we had another revision, and then another revision, and I finally got it right. And this guy on the right. So basically what I did is, aside from moving the hole and making this window, these two look exactly the same probably on camera, but the one on the right, I learned how to basically slice the print and widen it, and then like using Boolean mesh, whatever the heck it's called, you put them all back together. So the top, the main section here, and the base, I've widened all by 1 millimeter. And I don't know if you'll be able to see 1 millimeter, but this one is 1 millimeter wider. And that allows me to use my battery bank with the USB cable on it. So I can slide this in here, just like that. Cable fits in there, put the cap on, and now, if the cable was in there, you'd be able to see that it was nicely aligned and we can see our battery percentage. In addition to that, I was having a dickens of a time getting the top to print nicely. So I've adjusted some settings in my slicer to basically like the X and Y or something for the supports, because this needs supports. I changed it from 0.2 to 0.28 to just kind of separate the supports a little bit more. And now these come out really clean. And we also discovered if you printed this previously, this top, see those little nubs there? They're supposed to have nubs. The original version he had on the website didn't have these nubs, so it should like snap into place like this. Yeah. So we have that. I've also made one cable that I screwed up and made too short, and then another cable so I can go right from the QMX here into the Just OK Mini. So we need to put the little heat sink things in there, and I want to have mine pointing back, so I made the cable just long enough to do that. So we got a little HT HF thing going on here, which is pretty sweet. Now my plan to not screw this up is to screw this guy in here and then screw the heat insert in here so I can actually line this up, because I want these guys facing the back, right? So we can take a Sharpie, because I have the threads right, we can just mark here, right? So I know where the back is, and we can hopefully get it somewhat lined up there. And make sure we have, this is the back, the shorter side is the back. So I want to just make sure that's lined up and just let it heat up, and it will slowly melt its way in without going too far in. I don't want to have it come out the bottom. I don't know if I can screw this in to make sure it's level, but before it cools down, but we'll try. Something like that. I'm just going to let that cool down. Oh yeah, she's good. So, yeah, I got it a little off kilter, that's fine. It'll still hold like that. But then, so the idea now is we get our battery, put that in here, and we take, this is from DigiRig, and plug that guy in there, take our QMX, put that in there, and we can install the antenna. We can plug that in there. So now we have power to our QMX, and we have our antenna and our telescopic whip, counterpoise, everything. So the coax will go like this, and then we can plug our microphone and our speaker down there. But wait, there's more, because we have these. These you get at Lowe's. I had to drive down there yesterday to grab these. And these are supposed to slide in here so you can have a key that sticks to that. Boy, that is a tight fit. It's supposed to be. We might have to get some coaxing tools out here to get that in there. All right, there's one. Why would I practice this before I film a video? Those are never coming out, but that's a good thing. It's tight. Tight like tiger. All right, so if you got a key that has magnets on them, just like that, huh? And then that brings in this guy here, which we need another heat thing, but we've got some magnets right here. These magnets are ridiculously strong, and we're going to super glue these in here. Put a big overdo it of super glue there. Another one there, and the last guy here. Now I'm stuck to everything. But there you are, so we'll let that dry. What a terrible job I did though, huh? Look at that. And glue everywhere, whatever. Now that our super glue's dry, we have this hole here that we can put another heat insert into, and we can grab another one of these guys, because this is so we can magnet this to the other side and use one of these cell phone holder things with a 1/4-20, so we can like have our cell phone off to the side for logging. Now, if you have just a regular soldering iron, you will melt a hole through the side of this, but so what? Because I don't have one of those actual like heat press things, you know what I mean? So we're just doing it old school. No big deal. Look at that. Look at it just slide in. Try and keep it flat. And then just press it against a flat surface there. And then we can put this guy on there. And a little phone holder thingamajig. And then our phone for logging. Bloop. Look at that. Huh? That's pretty slick. So, I think that's everything. So let's put this back together. So we put the QMX. The QMX goes in the QMX hole. And our battery. And our power cable. Our antenna. Our Just OK Mini. Look at that. Our coax. Fantastic. Yeah, huh? And then all that, like you can plug in your CW key or your microphone, your speaker, whatever, and you can just rock that handheld, right? Like HF, mobile, portable, whatever, however you want to call that. Or you can set it in a little stand like that and have a cool little tabletop stand for your QMX, huh? That's pretty freaking sweet. Oh yeah, let's go all the way here. There's the audio. There's my microphone or CW paddle cord. Microphone. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Huh? Huh? How freaking cool is that? You got a mic, you got a speaker dangling there, you got your antenna, you got your logging software, all that. Tune your VFO, whatever. Obviously, I don't have the counterpoise on here, but like, that's freaking sweet, dude. How useful is this? I don't know. How neat is this? 11 out of 10. It goes to 11. That's all there is to it. This is so freaking cool. I've been so enamored with this contraption project ever since I saw it. So I just had to make one or 10 and make it fit my battery. And I learned a lot about the slicing software while doing it, and it's freaking sweet. So like I said, the STL for the original version is already up on hamradioduo.com. You can download it there. You can print the contraption, and then the modifications that I've made, I've already sent off to Mike and Becky like a long time ago before filming this video. So hopefully that'll be out soon if you have this battery. I mean, if you got a QMX, a QCX, a QDX, like if you don't build one of these, you're not a nerd. That's all I'm saying. So my name is Mike KWRD. Thanks so much for watching Ham Radio Tube. CQ, tune in Tokyo, CQ, Kilo 8 Mike Romeo Delta.